Okay guys, what I thought we'd do today is go through the kit that I'm taking on my Hadrian's Wall walk. Now I'll try not to waffle too much. There's a lot of kit. When it's all in, everything all in is just over 2 stone. But it's distributed, that includes the clothes that I'm wearing. So let's crack on. The bag that I'm taking is this one here, and it's a Montaigne 70 litre. It has got pockets all over the place. It is really well thought out, it's really well made. You've got an integral divider that gives you a bottom and a top, which you can just unzip and it becomes in one big drop bag. Things I'm not happy about is the waistbands are very thin, but they do the job. It weighs 2.5 pounds on its own. Nice supportive back. So not bad for the price range and for the amount of money I could afford. It was the best one that I could get. So there you are, a Montaigne 70 litre bag, and it's called the Grand Tour. Yeah, Montaigne Grand Tour 70 litre. It's a nice bag. Right, now when I pack it, I have the divider in place. I put in a builder's sack, because I've always used these, and then everything pops inside it. Like I say, the weight, everything all in is 2 stone. I've broken it down, yeah? Right, the kit that I'm wearing, I'm going to be wearing these Mendel hiking boots. They weigh just under 2 pounds each, but they're a really good boot. So they'll be on my feet, obviously. And if they're not, I will have these lightweight leather sandals. Yeah. Now the sandals, they weigh just under £1 pound each, but they're very comfortable. You can actually walk in the things. So there's those. My jacket is going to be a Rab jacket. You've seen me use this on my walkabouts. It is really well thought out. It's waterproof, windproof, and it allows your skin to breathe, etc. And you've got vents on the arms or underneath the arms, so you can let some heat out. Very good jacket. What I particularly like about it, it's been thought out well, because all the zips, when you've got your bag on, your actual straps don't interfere or get in the way, so you can get your maps out, etc. without getting all tangled up. Right, socks. I've been through loads of different types of socks. They are just basically hiking socks. I've got spare set in my spare clothes. There we go, hiking socks. Now this is where it might be a bit confusing. In England, pants aren't trousers, they're undergarments. Yeah, so these are the pants that I'm wearing. Now I've got 2 pairs. They're made out of I can't remember the name of the material, but it wicks away sweat. They're breathable, they're reversible. I don't think I'll be doing that, because I've got like 2 pairs. I can wash one, hang them on my back, and they'll dry out, and they dry out really quick, and they're supposed to cut down on chafing. So there we are. These are all the clothes that I'll be wearing daily. I've then got a Berghaus, I think it is. Is it Berg? Yep. A Berghaus t-shirt. This is so light, it's ridiculous. You do get warm in it, but it does wick away sweat, and it does dry quickly, which would be quite important for me. So I'm wearing that. Now I'll also be wearing some cargo trousers or cargo pants. Yeah. Now these are by 511, and they are called, let's have a quick look, they're called Branded Security Ranger Pants. Okay, now I particularly like these because they've got really big leg pockets, so that I can pop my water bottles in the legs. They've got cinch down cords, so you can put them down tight around the top of your boots. You haven't got to wear gaiters. Stinging nettles and thorns don't really get through them. The waist is adjustable. The only thing I don't like is on the edge, embossed in white cotton, it says security, but yeah, there you go, you can't have everything, can you? So those will be the trousers that I'm wearing. And if I'm not wearing these, I would be wearing this pair of shorts that I've got also, that have got large pockets on the side. So those day clothes, as I call it, all weigh in at 8.25 pounds. Yeah, so that's 8.25 pounds I'm wearing actually on my person as I'm walking along. Now I've included it because at some point my jacket might be in my bag, so I've got to carry it somehow, haven't I? Right, what else we got? Sleeping bag. Now I've got this sleeping bag here. It's a Virgo Ultralight 600. I'm not going to get it out, you'll see it when we're away. The sleeping bag itself weighs in at 1,200 grams. This package has got my spare clothes in it as well. And with the spare clothes, it all weighs in at 2.5 pounds, which isn't bad really, not bad at all. This is my roll mat. Now, the roll mat itself comes in at ounces, but what I've got inside is a reflective sheet to actually, I won't get it out, you'll see it on when we go away, a reflective sheet to insulate me from the floor, yeah. But all in all, in there, that weighs in at 1.5 pounds. Yeah, 1.5 pound, complete with all my clothes, night clothes, that's 2.5 pounds. So just stick that in there. This is my bivvy, yeah? It's a hooped bivvy. It's got the pegs in there, it's got corded in there. Complete like this, it weighs in at 2.5 pounds. You'll see this when we're away. So you can just throw this down on the floor. It's waterproof, windproof, and you could just get in that and sleep if you need it. It's shelter, very good. I'm going to want some extra room so I can move around at night, air my feet, etc. So I'm taking a DD 3x3, so that's 3 metres by 3 metres, lightweight ultra tarp. I've got my cordage in there and I've got all my pegs and everything in there. Now that weighs in at 2.75 pounds altogether. Still not a lot of weight, but it does all add up. You'll be amazed how quickly all this adds up. Water purification, as you've seen, I've got myself a couple of Sawyer minis, yeah. On the outside, I've attached some Puri tabs. I've got 2 of these little bags, and I've also got a Coca-Cola bottle, which is the same thread, goes on there so I can squeeze it through. Now, the water bottles I'm using for my water are these here. They've got these smart lids on them, you know, with like the little nipple type thing, which is brilliant because that fits airtight in the end. The other bottle can go on top, I can squeeze from one into the other, and I'm not going to get any nasties go down inside, so that's useful. So, 2 of those, and 2 lots of Puri tabs. So, water purification, that comes in, water purification, comes in at £0.5 pound. £0.5 pound? Yeah, £0.5 pound. It's a lot, isn't it? Okay, and they fit in the side pockets so that the air can get to them and they can drain out into the big wide world, and I'm not going to get any of my stuff contaminated in my bag. How's that done? And the rest of this stuff all goes in the bowl. We pop it in. Right, tarts. What else have we got? Okay, my maps. Now these are 1 in 25,000 OS maps. They are not the complete map. What I've done is I've cut them down, and I'll show you when we're away, for the bits that I need, allowing myself room each side, so if anything should happen, I can still find myself way to a town and get myself sorted out. So I've not cut myself off completely from the outside world. But the maps in my book all together weigh in, if I can find it. Yeah, where's that gone? Wash kit. Now, excuse me for looking. Right, all navigation aids. £1. Weighs £1 in weight. Not bad. That's that. First aid kit. Now, I've got all sorts of stuff in there. I won't show you now because I haven't got the time on the machine. But first aid kit, that goes in the lid so I can get to it quickly. And it literally just pops in there like that. As part of first aid, I've also got some sunscreen and some insect repellent. I've never really used insect repellent. I've never had a problem, but I've heard that where I'm going, there's some mozzies up there the size of pterodactyls that just want to eat you. So we'll keep them at bay. Okay. Now, my first aid kit weighs in at £0.75. Okay. Leggings. Now these are not my original leggings. I bought these because they were lighter and they were more useful. Where's my leggings? There you go, leggings. £0.75, and they fit nicely in one of these little side pockets. Put that in it, so I can get to those. Click. My chamal, which I will use as a towel, as a flannel, as a hat and various other things. That's part of the kit that I'm wearing, so that comes with my trousers and my boots. What else have we got? Now you have to excuse me if it's all a bit disjointed, but my wash kit, which includes a little laundry bag because that weighs virtually nothing, and some bags that can go into dog poop waste, if you get my drift, because I'm not very apt at taking the necessaries and just leaving it, so it will go in a bag and then it will go into one of these dog poopy things on the trail. So yes, I shall be carrying it around with me. Right, all that goes in the lid as we wash kit. Okay. That is my rain cover for my bag, and it weighs in ounces. Whoops, come back. Weighs ounces, that does. That goes in the bottom there. Little pair of debris gloves, pick up things that are hot. Okay. This is all my cooking stuff. Now you'll see it when I'm away, but I've made a little cosy out of silver foil for my pot. It's a titanium pot. I've got a gas delivery system, a small bottle of gas, a lighter. I've also got some solid fuels, because right in the bottom I've got a solid fuel burner as well. So I'm keeping my options open about cooking. And on the cooking side, I was going to take dehydrated food. That plan's changed. I'm now taking noodles because they work better, and I'll tell you that story when we're away. And of course there's a wind guard. The other things I've got in here, it's in an old pillowcase, is the grill from a throwaway barbecue, because that will come in handy if I manage to find some wood and I want to have a proper fire. That's part of my food. That's some trail mix and some biscuits and boiled sweets, and some silver trays that I could use as a little barbecue with that should I need it. Now all that fits inside. Put that in it. That goes in there and all. Right. Food. All of this this is food. And like I say, I'm using pasta with pre-cooked sausage, like German sausage. And my food, as it is at the moment, comes in at £4. That's £4 in weight. That's all the food that I've got, all the food that I'm carrying. So that can go in there. These are my spare clothes. Spare clothes. Spare clothes. Oh, where are you? Yeah, unorganised here. Oh, £1. Spare clothes come in at £1 in weight, so that's pretty good. Now what I do is when I do the YouTube film, obviously I'll put this list in that film. It's a bit awkward trying to do this against the clock, but never mind, you know, we're cracking on, we're getting there. First aid kit complete. £0.75, that's nothing really. Goes in it. That's the belt that goes with that. Right, my tools. So, I've electrical systems, I've got some of them portable chargers with a USB plug. There's 6 batteries in there. I've got a sewing kit, some super glue, bits and bobs. A protective case for my phone. Now there's a spare phone. They're only cheapy old phones that I've got. I use them as cameras. But I've got a backup phone, just in case I need to get hold of someone quickly. Okay, so all my electricals all come to, right, tools come to £1. And my electricals, £1 3/4. So that's £2 3/4 in electricals. My selfie sticks, as you can see, I've cut away all the rubber and plastic and stuff, weighing at just under £1/2. So that's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all, really. And they live in there. Some people might not take it and they might ask why I'm doing it, but I've got myself a little Mora knife. I bought this special for the camp. I've got a Mora knife, I've got a lighter that's got a torch on it, I've got a ferrocerium rod, a small one, and there's a whistle, should I need it, okay. If I need to cut twigs, make fires, whatever, then I've got myself a tiny little knife and I can use it. It's a tool, yeah, it's a tool, that's what that's about. And like I say, all my tools, they all come in at £1, and that'll include my everyday carry, which you've all seen before, the knife, fork and spoon for me cooking. Not bad, all goes in here. Right. I've got about 2 minutes left, so sorry about racing against the clock. Under pressure. Go in there, so that's my little barbecue tray. My plate, and all this comes under food and that sort of gear. A little spiky ball to rub my feet against. That stops the plantar fibrinosis. Right, and to top it all off, I've then got my walking poles, and together they come in at just over £1, which isn't bad at all, and I'm going to use this to do my tub. Well, I've also got my brew kit, that comes under food. So sorry it's a bit rushed, guys, there's a lot of kit, and you'll be seeing this retrospectively. You be good, you be safe, and you keep smiling, and thanks for all your support. Like I say, 2 stone, that's everything. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, there we go.